Hello YouTube, this is Jeff with Jeff's Toy Reviews, and today I'm reviewing Transformers War for Cybertron Siege Voyager class Optimus Prime. And there he is in his truck mode. I'll go get into that. I am going to transform him from truck to a robot and back to truck again so you guys can see both transformations. But first we'll set him aside, and the packaging is growing on me. I really like the window display. You can see the figure really nicely. And then I like this big piece of art here of Optimus Prime. Just really nicely done. Backside, you have your product shots where he's holding his weapons. You could put the Battle Masters in there. The Battle Masters, you take the effects off and you can put them on his rifle and stuff. So, and then there's 27 steps to change him into the truck, which is quite a bit for a Voyager class, but it doesn't feel that bad. So, and I actually like the transformation. It's kind of fun. So, really nice piece of artwork here. Prime, Chromia, Prowl, Sideswipe. That looks like it's Red Alert holding. Looks like Hound. The Arc and Omega Supreme's in the back. Megatron's over here. It looks like we got some Seekers and stuff. I mean, it's a little bit of everything going on in this piece of art. Really nicely done. And of course, Transformers authentic Siege for Cybertron. Bottom is just the warnings and stuff. Top is just really plain simple. Autobot logo, top of the window. And yeah, that's it for the box. So let's get into this figure. Take a quick look at this guy. And I will say this, I'm going to lower my camera. Bam. And, this is actually a really nice truck mode for Prime. They're doing like a Cybertronian look, big rig type thing. It's not bad. I like it. It could use chrome, but Toy Hacks has come up with some labels for this guy already. And I'm debating because the cost is kind of high. We'll see. Maybe. If I do, maybe I'll do a follow-up to this video with the Toy Hacks on him. So, he rolls, which is nice. And he is his rig self, which is nicely done. I mean, they've dirtied him up. He's got mud on him, it looks like, or grime, or Cybertronian blood, who knows. Got it on his chest or on the front of the rig. It's kind of strange that they didn't try to do this on more parts, because these are parts that fold away, but you have it dirty up here, then this is clean. Kind of, just a nitpick on my end, but I really like this figure. I think the molded details are done nicely. I think the figure himself is done nicely, and he is an Optimus Prime. For comparison, here he is with Fall of Cybertron Generations Deluxe Class Optimus Prime. And there he is. There they are. Okay. Here he is with Deluxe Class Sideswipe from Siege of Cybertron. Looks pretty good. I actually don't mind the look. He is just really a wide figure. I mean, he looks, I think he is, yeah, he's a little wider than Prime. I mean, but it is what it is. It looks pretty good. And here he is with the Kuban Bao Voyager class Masterpiece Prime. And I know it's kind of unfair to, because this is a Masterpiece knockoff, but I brought him in here mainly for the size comparison. I mean, they look really good next to each other. Their big rigs are so close in size and in length. I mean, really nicely done for size-wise for this figure. So, brought that in there. And before I get even further down the line, he does come with a set of instructions. No trading card, which is really nice. It does give an idea of what his weapons do, strength and everything, which is kind of neat on the instructions. An ion blaster for his rifle, and the dual energon strike shield, so it's a shield and an axe. But instructions are just plain and simple. No bio, so I guess if you don't know who Optimus Prime is by now, why are you buying Transformers? No, I'm kidding. Excuse me. But yeah, there's no bio or anything on the instructions or on the box. So To get this guy transformed, I think is pretty pretty easy actually. We go ahead and we will untab this section here, and we're going to untab this section here, and they tab in really nicely. There's a slot here, tab here. They tab in really, really well. We're going to take the wheels and we're going to bring the wheels down. Then this will bring this piece out for us, and then we can kind of, oh, there we go. That's what I meant to do. And then you go onto this side here too. You're going to bring this out. This has a tab and a slot. And then you're going to take this entire, you're going to open up this assembly here, his chest. Now that you got this out of the way a little bit. Okay. Get everything kind of just out of the way. That's all you need to do. And then you're going to take this piece here. This entire assembly is going to come up and around. Just going to put that up for now. So it's going to look like this. Take his head. Also get it out now because we're going to close this chest. And then we're going to bring the arms out and around in true Prime fashion. All right. Now you're going to take this piece and you're going to fold it. You're going to bring it actually towards the inside. There's a notch here that just kind of, it doesn't tab into place, but it notches there. It just kind of puts everything there. There is a tab here and a slot here, if you can see that, and that's just going to close there. And then you're going to do the same thing over here. So you're going to bring this around like so. Bring this down like that. We're going to take the wheels. Now this is something that is a disappointment of mine. The paint doesn't look really good on this side. Oops, sorry. Or on this side, and it's got a little extra plastic in there, which is kind of weird. It doesn't obstruct anything. It's just kind of weird that that happened. Quality control. So you're gonna bring your wheels up and according them in like so, and they tuck right in there, like so. And you're just gonna bring this assembly here. Excuse me. You're gonna just bring that entire assembly up, and we are almost done with Prime. I'm gonna separate the legs. I'm going to turn each leg around. Okay. Bring these pieces down. Gives us our knee pad. And then you're going to turn them around. You're going to take the wheels. This whole assembly is just going to tabs in really nice. Rotate around. And there is a tab here and a slot. Oh, there isn't a slot. It just goes in. Where is it? I could have sworn there was... Oh, I forgot to do something. This piece here, this turns all the way around. And this tab here is going to slot into there. So, aha! And then that'll keep all this assembly in place and fill in the leg. We're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to bring this piece around. And this, actually, there is a tab here and a slot here, and it just fills in really nicely. And then we're going to take this piece here, rotate, bring down, and tab that in. Now the feet, very simple. Just going to bring them forward and bring the back piece back. And my feet are really tight. I will say this about the Siege figures. I've been impressed with the joints and everything so far. It's been really tightly done. Now we're going to look at the backpack here. We want to take this entire piece here, fold in the bumper, and bring in the cab filler parts, and then bring this down like so. And then you're going to rotate and then bring down. And there are two slots. You see that? There's a slot here and a slot here. And yes, the two tabs here. And you're just going to bring that, and those are going to go right in there to hold that all into place. And there we have our Optimus Prime. And I think he looks really good. Really nicely done. For articulation, he does do a 360 on the arms. He can extend all the way out. This piece does move up and down to create that clearance, which is nice. He does have a elbow bend, and it is over 90 degrees, which is nice. He has a wrist swivel, which is great. He has a waist swivel, a little bit of a thigh swivel. He does have a knee swivel. He does have over 90-degree bend in the knees. And he does have a ankle tilt that is really nice. And you do, due to transformation, you can pose his feet in different ways, or his toes and ankle in different ways. His head is on a ball joint. Does go, actually it's a mushroom peg that has a little play in it. So yeah, it's a mushroom peg. Interesting. So we got a little mushroom peg in there, but he can look up and he can look down and then look straight. I do like, he looks down pretty well, and that's how I'd figure he would be giving orders, looking, not like he's better than everybody else or saying he's better than everybody else, but the looking down, would be, part of his thing, especially when he's talking to the smaller bots. Head sculpt is really nicely done. His eyes, I don't think they're sunk too far in, but I like it. I really like the blue paint that they used for the eyes. It picks up kind of, you can see it there. I like the detailing. They give the chest detail. There is no matrix of leadership or anything, which is fine. Don't need it, but I really like that you can still open the chest even after he's been transformed, as it is part transformation. I like the mud and grime on him. It's not all over his body, which is, again, one of the things that I was like, okay. But he has that traditional Prime look. I mean, this guy looks like Optimus Prime. He is a very nice rendition, a very nice Voyager class Optimus Prime. So he does come with, as I showed you for the instructions, he does come with his ion cannon or rifle, which is really cool because it doesn't come apart. It's one piece. It looks more like Prime's gun than we've had on other figures. And, mushroom peg in, and, he can shoot and all that fun stuff. He does have the ports for all the battle masters and everything, or to store his axe or something. You can do that. This is his shield axe, and the shield axe does do a little transformation. You fold that in and then fold this on top of it and bring that down, and that's his shield. Or you can use it as, you could store it. I didn't show it, but you could store this all on vehicle mode as well. The shield can, you take the gun and you take the shield, and you can post it like that, and then there's a peg on the back of the truck. Poof, you put it there. I'll show it at the end of the video. So there he is. And not too bad looking. I do like him holding his gun. So, but yeah, he looks really good. So let me get some guys for comparison. All right, and for comparison, I'm going to bring in a couple of different lines here to get an idea, because there's something I'm going to be driving home at, okay? So first of all, we are going to look at War for Cybertron Siege, one of the Battle Masters, or Micromasters, excuse me. He's small. He's supposed to be. Not too bad. This is Siege for Cybertron Wavemate Deluxe Class. Sideswipe. Bring him over here a little bit. Some room. This is a Fall for Cybertron Transformers Generations Optimus Prime. Or Fall of Cybertron, excuse me. And then we have Generations G2 Deco Jazz. Now this is a deluxe class figure. This is a Voyager class figure. So I don't have many Voyager class figures left. So I am bringing in here Voyager class Pyra Magna from the Victorian set. This is a Voyager class. It's the same as Inferno, and that's out now, and also Hotspot. There is a sizable difference, and Hotspot, I think, is $20 or $24. These guys are 30. 24, 30. There's a sizable difference here is what I'm saying. It's irking me because I've noticed even the deluxe class figures are shorter. But it's still an Optimus Prime, and he transforms well and looks really good. This is Kuban Bao's MP10V, their Voyager Optimus Prime. But he looks masterpiece, so, But also a Voyager class figure. So if we even bring in Pyra Magna back into the scene here, like, you can see that she is closer in height to the Voyager Optimus Prime that Kuban Bao did. But official product wise, if we take a look at this Voyager Deluxe, like, the Deluxes have significantly gotten shorter. And this is just me now, I'm just saying. And, Legion or Legends class. Like, so there is a difference that's significant now in height. What was once considered a deluxe figure is now, or what's considered a Voyager figure is now in between the size of a deluxe figure and a Voyager class figure. So it's one of those things that's kind of funky. So I'm not sure if I'm going to want to get in on the entire set. I may just pick up certain figures because of the way they turned out and the way they look, and leave it at that. I'm not absolutely sure how I'm going to do this, but get these guys off to the side. My little one my dog is like, let's go, come on, you promise, we're going to go for a walk. And so we'll do that in a minute. Anyway, so my final thoughts are, as figures go, this is a cool figure. The Battle Axe shield thing, I'm probably not going to, it's probably just going to wind up in a box for me. The figure itself looks really good. Backpack's not too bad. It's not a huge backpack or anything. Little arm bits reminds me just of the Classics Prime that had come out a few years ago. I think it was 2008. But, I mean, the gun is a little hollow looking, but it's not bad. I mean, it really isn't. If you're a customizer, you could just fill us in with some like black putty or something, or a molding, and then just paint it yourselves and make a nice gun out of it. I think it looks fine just the way it is. Joints are stiff, he's not loose, which is great. You got to shake him to get the legs to move. Holds a great pose, it's got great articulation. It's got perfect, tilts you jump to feet. And if I want to have him running, bam, he holds poses really well. And I like that. He's a great figure. I personally wish he was a little bit bigger just to fit the the past Voyager scale. But for what he is and for what they're doing with the line, I would rather sacrifice a little bit of the height to have better transformation, tighter joints, and a better quality figure like they've done here. I think the paint is good. There's a few things that I think they like. He has all this spatter all over, but then all of a sudden it's not on his shins, but it's on his thighs and everything. They could have done a little better job with the paint in that respect. But again, I think this is a top-notch figure. I think he's actually worth the price. This is a figure that if you do see on the shelf, he's hitting targets. I've seen him at Walmarts as well. They are becoming readily available, and which is nice. And I think he's worth the price. He's a great figure that would be, if you're an Optimus Prime fan or if you're a Transformers collector, this is a figure that you're definitely going to want to add to your collection, just because of the transformation for one, and the fact that he is an Optimus Prime and looks really good, looks the part, and is a pretty fun toy. Can't stop transforming this guy. He's actually really cool. So, all right. So this is Jeff with Jeff's Toy Review saying, I wish they would get back to the traditional Voyager size figures, but this is a great figure. Go ahead and pick him up. Happy 2019, everybody, and thank you so much for watching. You can follow me on Instagram at Jeff's Toy Reviews, and don't forget to check out my other videos. And if you have any comments, questions, or anything, if you have things that you want to see me review, let me know in the comments below, and I will gladly read those and take a look. Please be kind, and have a great day. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye. All right, now that everything's all cleared out of the way, you have my recommendation. I say he's worth the pickup. I'm going to transfer this guy back into his vehicle mode, so we can go over the transformation that way as well for you. And yeah, let's get this started. So I start with the legs. The instructions even say start with the legs. It's just easier. You're going to rotate his legs to where like a whole 180 here, so they look backwards. Go ahead and collapse the feet. You're going to swing this piece out, and then this is just going to rotate and fill in that spot. Leave that out for now. Take the wheel well and going to bring that out so he has wheels in his truck mode. And again, this piece is just going to swing out. It's tabbed in here. There's a small tab here that's tabbed in there, and then you're just going to fold that over like so. Bring the wheel well out again and turn him around. You're going to take this piece here. This is a whole separate piece here, and you're going to fingernail under there, and that'll pop out. And the knee covers, and then there we go. That'll pop out there. And now you have a hinge and a tab and slot there, and a tab and slot here, and you have another tab here and a slot there. So line all that up and bring that together, and we'll have the lower half done. Just leave these pieces out for now. We don't want to tab them in because these come in actually at the very end. You're going to bring out the back piece and turn this 180, and we'll leave that for now until we get to the last point. I just bring this up to get it out of the way for clearance. You're going to bring the arms out for a little bit of clearance. You're going to bring this piece. Now this is just going to separate from this piece here. There are like four tabs here that all tab in to keep that all secure, which is really cool. Very, very nicely done. Get that out of the way. You got to bring the wheels down like so. And I just put them all the way down to where they're facing down like this, just for clearance issues, so you have everything out of the way. You're going to take his first arm, and you're going to bring this piece up, and then you're going to take this piece and you're going to rotate it out like so. Bring arm forward, put it at 90 degrees, bring the smokestack down, and it's just going to tuck in right behind, actually just like this. Sorry, it's going to look like that. Forgot I got to open up the chest cavity here, and we're going to bring in his head. So his head's all tucked in now, and we kind of get that out of the way for now. Bring this in like so. Be just like that. Bring in this piece here. No, actually don't do that yet. Sorry. Like this, I got ahead of myself. You're going to take this arm here, and again 90 degrees like the other. Bring this piece up, this around, and we're going to bring this back too, and tuck in his fist like so. So everything will look like that for the moment. Now we're going to take this piece here. It's going to come up, and we're going to open up this flap here, these two pieces here, and bring up the bumper. And then this is just going to come all the way down, and it's going to fit over the entire front. And there's the matrix outline of it. And we're going to take the front windshields and collapse those there, just so we have room. You have this tab here, slot here, bring that up and line that up. And then here we have a slot there and a tab here, and that's going to hook the arm there. You're going to bring this piece around, and this small notch is going to go into that very small hole there, and that's going to line up. And then we have a tab and slot there, and that's just going to all come together. And then bring the wheel up, and there's like a small notch in the wheel well. I'll show you on the other side, and then that's going to bring that together. And then we're going to bring this piece here. There's a tab here and a slot there, and then there's a tab and another slot. We're just going to line that up. Make sure I'll pop in there nice and secure like. And we're going to look at the other side now. Do the same thing. So we're going to come up and make sure that the arm is tucked in. Brought as far forward. We have tab, slot, like so. We have tab, slot, covers the hand, and then we have, this is already in there. We have that tab and slot in there. This little notch right here fits right behind this, right into this hole right here behind the wheel, and that will lock in the wheel. So it's not going to go anywhere. And then of course we have the slot here, tab, and then everything should tab into place. And I do have, sometimes I have to rotate the thighs a little bit to make sure that that tab fits in. It's easily done, no big deal. There he is back in his Cybertronian truck mode. Put this down, and looks pretty good. Wheels roll. So for weapon storage, I showed this earlier. You can put this together and like that if you want. Personally, I'm not going to have this guy on the shelf in truck mode. He is going to be in robot mode, and this will probably be in a bag somewhere. So, and then this will be in his hand. Now, I did forget to compare this. I have a video that's going to show this. I mean, not a video. There's going to be a picture at the end. But here he is with G1. This is one of the first reissues that they did of G1 Optimus Prime. And to give you an idea of scale, I mean, not too bad, really. I mean, this is a small, for a Voyager class, he's small because he stands the size of a deluxe, maybe a little taller. So he stands at 7 inches. He's 6 inches tall. He's 7, and most Voyagers are typically 8. So, you know, but I had to show these guys together because, you know, it's Optimus Prime, future or past and present, because this was the old one, and then he turns into this one later. Yeah. So anyway, so that's that. Just wanted to do a little show off and show the just show those two together, and also just do the reverse transformation like I said I would at the beginning of the video. And again, hope you liked the video. I hope there's information in there for you to make your decision on this guy. And thank you so much for watching. As always, this has been Jeff with Jeff's Toy Reviews. Have a great day. Take care now. Bye-bye.